I've done the hard work for you guys to find the 3 best checking accounts out there. All 3 of these accounts are free to use, they're FDIC insured, and they will save you a lot of money, make you a lot of money, and give you a lot of great perks. In this video, I'm going to cover an account that has a 4.25% interest rate, another account that gives you a $325 sign-up bonus and a million perks you're going to want to use, and an online checking account that can make cash deposits. This is somewhat of a nerdy hobby of mine, so please, if you like this video, give it a like and share this video and comment below with your favorite of these 3 checking accounts or any checking account out there that you think would be better than this one. Of course, everyone needs a checking account because that's where you do primarily all of your bill pays and transactions every month, so it's good to not waste money on those like Bank of America, Chase, Wells Fargo, and Citigroup. Those accounts can charge you a lot of money just for having the account. This could amount to literally hundreds of dollars a year for something that you can get for free, which simply makes no sense at all. And those accounts with Bank of America and Chase and Wells Fargo, they don't have nearly the same perks, and of course not anywhere close to the same interest rate, with all those accounts yielding basically 0% as of today. So ditch those accounts and get ready to get a much better checking account. My name is Kevin Conway. I make personal finance videos all the time. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Now let's get into the very best checking accounts as of today. Number 1, and no surprise if you're not new here to the channel, is SoFi Money. I've been high on SoFi Money for several years now, way before they had a referral program, and now they do, and link in the description below if you want to know more about that. The reason I like SoFi Money is because it's clean, it's cutting edge, and it has all of the things that you're going to want to need in a checking account. On top of that, they give you a huge bonus as of today, up to $325 if you sign up using a referral link. I have one in the description below. You don't need to use that. You could use someone else's if you'd like. And then you set up direct deposit with SoFi Money. And speaking of direct deposit, you can get paid up to 2 days early if you have SoFi Money. SoFi Money also has a great interest rate today of 1.5%, which is crazy when you look at other banks like Bank of America, which yield basically 0 today. And again, that 1.5% is FDIC insured, which is incredibly important. You want your bank to be FDIC insured because your money is safe if you're depositing in an FDIC insured bank. If you're not with an FDIC insured bank or bank-like system, then you could lose all of your money. Just take a look what happened with the latest cryptocurrency failure if you want an example of what happens when your bank is not FDIC insured. Rule number 1 of money is don't lose it, and that's one way to make sure that you don't. With SoFi Money, there's no account minimums, there's no minimum balance you need to have in the account, and there are no fees at all. There are no overdraft fees. There are no fees if you want to order checks, and you could simply order checks if you still use that sort of thing. There are also no fees if you want to withdraw money from an ATM. Now, you could use any of the Allpoint ATMs. There's over 55,000 of them nationwide, and they're scattered everywhere. They're found at your local Rite Aid, CVS's, Walmart's, whatever. You'd be really surprised how close you are to an Allpoint ATM today. Now, the one downside with SoFi Money is that you cannot deposit cash into SoFi Money directly. If you want to deposit cash, you have to use Green Dot, which is found at CVS or whatever, and they charge you a small fee for doing so, which is kind of annoying. And you can also deposit cash at another lender and then transfer it to SoFi Money. But most of the time, you're not going to be using this as a cash deposit sort of thing, so it's probably not that big of a deal. I personally never use cash at all, so I don't find this to be a hindrance whatsoever. SoFi Money is also part of SoFi more broadly, which has a lot of different membership perks that I've talked about on my channel previously. Some of my favorites include a free financial planner that you can meet with through SoFi that can give you advice on all of your finances, from getting a mortgage to making a budget. SoFi also has tools to help you make a will and estate plan, and as an attorney, I could tell you those are really expensive, and going through SoFi, that makes it a whole lot cheaper. But getting back to the basics, this simple checking account is very clean and very easy. The user interface is very simple to use, and I really enjoy using SoFi Money. I've used it for many years, and I've had nothing but great experiences. One other thing is SoFi Money has a debit card that allows you to get discounts at certain retailers, 15% or more, and these are discounts that you're going to want to use. Places like Chipotle or Apple, these sort of things have been on there there before, and it just depends. They rotate these categories. So to summarize, SoFi Money is an account that gives you a $325 sign-up bonus, has a 1.5% FDIC insured interest rate, great perks, and is totally free to have. I highly recommend it. Link in the description below. Now let's talk about the second checking account on this list, and it is Capital One. This may surprise you because likely you've heard of Capital One before, but you may not know all of the benefits of Capital One. So I specifically recommend Capital One for those people who still need to make cash deposits into their bank account often, because Capital One clearly is the best bank account for that. I have a very detailed video that I'll link here detailing Capital One in my review of it, but here's basically all you need to know. Capital One is likewise free. There are no account minimums and there are no account charges to have a Capital One checking account. Capital One also does have physical branches, but these are largely located only in major metropolitan areas like New York City or Los Angeles. However, Capital One has over 70,000 ATMs that you could withdraw money from, and here's the really interesting part. If you need to make cash deposits, you can go to any CVS and do it for free. This I found particularly interesting and useful because likely you live next to a CVS. I mean, they're everywhere. Everywhere has a CVS. So if you need to make cash deposits, all you need to do is walk into CVS, open your Capital One app. It gives you a barcode, you scan it with the cash register, and they say, oh, you want to deposit however much you put on your app, $60 for example, and then they scan it, and you give them the $60 and it instantly appears in your account, all for free. There's no intermediary, there's nothing like Green Dot that charges you $4 or $5 to do so. You can make these cash deposits. Now there are limits. You only could do it around $1,000 a day or around $4,500 in total for the month. But most of the time, it's probably gonna be okay. You're gonna get away with depositing money for free in your Capital One account by going to a CVS. How great is that? You can also lock and unlock your debit card if you lose your debit card, for example. And there's a few other features, but those are kind of the main ones to talk about. Now the downsides is the interest rate on this account is only 0.1%, which is still about 10 times better than Bank of America or Chase. But if you want to get the full benefits of Capital One, you'll need to open a savings account with Capital One, which currently yields 1.2%. Not quite as good as SoFi Money at 1.5%, but if you're looking to make cash deposits in your Capital One account and you need that Capital One checking account, opening a savings account is a smart thing to do because you can make instant transfers between the two to make sure that your money is always yielding the very most that it possibly can. What do you guys think of these checking accounts? Comment below with any of your thoughts so far. Okay, last account. The third account on this list is La Capitale checking account. Now you probably haven't heard of this unless you live in Louisiana, and even then I'm not exactly sure if you've heard of this account either. But it has an eye-popping 4.25% interest rate, and yes, this is insured by the federal government. Now, while it's not FDIC insured, it's not FDIC insured because it's not a bank. It's actually a credit union. So it's insured by the National Credit Union Administration. This is virtually the exact same thing with the exact same limits, backed also by the federal government. The reason it's not FDIC insured is only because it is a credit union. It basically has the exact same protection that you would get if it were a bank, but it's not. It's a credit union. Now back to the La Capitale Choice checking account. This really is pretty amazing at 4.25% interest rate, but the caveat is it only is 4.25% up to the first $3,000 that you have in your account. And you must be a member of this credit union in order to even sign up for this account. So how can you become a member of this credit union? Well, if you live in Louisiana or you go to a Louisiana school, you can automatically become part of this credit union. If you're not part of Louisiana in any sort of direct way, then you must sign up for this credit union by paying a small $20 fee to join, and then you're in the credit union. This account also gives you $25 rebates on ATM withdrawals, so that can be kind of helpful, but their website and interface is completely crazy. It's like out of the 1990s. If you want to take a look, it's just, I couldn't even believe it. I couldn't even navigate this thing. So there are significant downsides to this account, but if you're just looking to have a couple $1,000s and earn the very highest interest rate, you can use this La Capitale checking account. Now, as a side note, a bonus account that I'm going to talk about briefly is T-Mobile Money. Yes, T-Mobile, the cell phone carrier, has an account that's very similar to this, but the user interface is significantly better, and it also has a 4% interest rate, which is phenomenal, but only up to the first couple $1,000s in the account. The T-Mobile Money account is completely free to have. There are no account minimums. There's nothing at all. All you need to do is be a T-Mobile customer. So if you're a T-Mobile customer, you want almost the same interest rate as a La Capitale Choice checking account, go with T-Mobile Money, and just know that it has similar restrictions and the user interface is going to be way better than La Capitale. So overall, those are my favorite checking accounts of 2022 so far. I will make an update if anything changes, and likely it will, with the Fed raising interest rates. All sorts of things are changing right now. Interest rates are going up in your accounts. So if your accounts are not earning as much as they can right now, please make the switch. Make the switch to a free account that gives you a bonus. Again, my favorite is SoFi Money. Capital One is also great. There's several other great accounts out there. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and please like this video. It really helps the channel out a ton. And please comment below with any video ideas that you want to see me cover. With that being said, my name is Kevin Conway. Thanks so much for joining, and I'll see you next time.